When I went for the interview, the visa officer did not even take a look at my financials. So you tell me, is it worth making all of these documents? This video is going to be about that. After filing my own visa and filing 14,000 visas successfully for applicants like you in the last 4 years, I'm going to be telling you based on my experience that we recommend a very minimalistic set of documents to be taken with you at the interview. And even this minimalistic list takes weeks to prepare. On some websites, you will find horrific lists that take about 2, 3, 4 months to prepare. It's not required, guys, first off. Secondly, when you prepare your documents, you're preparing documents like bank statements, affidavits, tax returns, transcripts, and many other certificates that we take with us. And every year after your interview, hundreds of you guys message back and you guys say, my visa interview went well, but I have one concern. Why didn't the visa officer look at my documents and my visa was approved? And if it was rejected, then your tone would be different. Then you would say, my visa officer did not even take a look at my documents. I think it's very unfair, and on the basis of that, how can he reject me without actually seeing my documents? So these are the two tones that we're going to be tackling in this video. I'm going to be telling you, number one, why these visa officers don't look at your documents in most cases. There's various reasons for that, but the number one reason that I can tell you after concurring with multiple visa officers online has been lack of time. Every single day, hundreds of interviews are taken at the embassies and the consulates, if not thousands. The officer basically gets about 2 to 3 minutes, max to make their decision and see if you should be given a visa or not. Now understand, if you have such pressure, every 2 or 3 minutes there's going to be a new candidate coming in that you have to resolve to. Of course, the answer is that you're not going to be able to review a lot of documentation. You have to be very quick on your feet, and on the basis of that, you have to make a decision. The second reason is faith. At times, the officer has faith in your responses because of how confident you are and because of the way you present yourself. For instance, I explained my parents' current work positions and how much they were earning on an annual basis. In my case, it was enough. None of my documents were required and the visa officer did not need to look at them. Although in another case, which is a bit extreme, but the client's parents were farmers. And when he was asked, he quoted a pretty high income on an annual basis. The reason was fine and he had proof, and his parents had quite a lot of land and everything because of which they had such income. But in this case, the visa officer asked for the documents to be reviewed. The number 3 is bogus documents. In a lot of places nowadays, we know that the documents can be forged, fake documents can be created, and it is the embassy's order by default in most cases that they should not be relying on any kind of documentation to prove finances, to prove things like that. So essentially, these visa officers are looking out for documents only in extreme scenarios when they have nothing else to rely on, and then they have to make a decision. So these are the top 3 reasons why visa officers do not look at your documentation in most cases during your interview. So, should you not spend months preparing these documentation then? Well, personally, I would still take them for a rainy day. Like I said, in extreme cases, you may require to present these documents as proof to the visa officer. If you don't have these documents, they may present you with a 221G rejection, which is not essentially a rejection. It just means that present us these documents and we'll give you your visa. But this causes an unnecessary delay on your part in getting the visa, right? So, whether you're a first timer or a refused candidate and you need your help with the visa, we can offer you a guaranteed approval in your visa with our visa application help. You can take a look at it. Sign up on YMGrad.com for special information, offers, and even updates about how to get slots and essentially, how to basically overcome these interview rejections. If you have any queries regarding this process, feel free to WhatsApp me. My number is in the description, so you can very easily reach out to me. And of course, subscribe to the channel and follow us on Instagram, where we forward continuous updates regarding any visa updates that are out there. With 14,000 applicants done, we hope that you will help us make it 15,000 as well. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.